Hello, Fort McMurray. It's Melanie Galea from Remax Fort McMurray, and I am with my co-host,
Barb Pinsent with the Mortgage Center Elite.
And this is Let's Talk Lending. So, Barb, we get together 8 times a year to talk about what, Barb?
What the overnight lending rate is going to do, and turns out you're right again this month, Melanie. I was wrong twice.
I'm right.
You are.
Too knowing about it, but yeah, I'm kind of excited. So the Bank of Canada rate came down by 0.25% to 4.5%. So Barb, initially, what is this going to mean for people, right? Because we're not going to see an immediate change, but what's going to happen?
Well, anyone with a variable rate mortgage will see a change fairly quickly. And I just have a little presentation I'm going to show you here, just so you can you'll have a sense of what it is that I got to find my presentation here again now.
Well, just keep chatting away here.
Okay, so yeah, just to give them a sense of what it is that your buying power looks like with a decrease like we've seen again today. So in May of 2024, with prime being 7.2, and I'm doing this based on an income of $100,000 a year and Fort McMurray numbers, so property taxes, heating, that sort of thing. They qualified to buy with an income of $100,000, $388,000 mortgage amount, sorry. Then when we saw a decrease in June, that amount then became $396. And with today's announcement, we're now looking at a mortgage amount of $405,000. And if we see a decrease from May of 24 to July of 2025 of 1%, and no one knows where this is going to go, but should prime come down by that 1%, we now are looking at a mortgage of $412,000. So as you can see, it makes a difference to the buying power.
Wow. Yeah. Does it ever? So when you say come down 1%, what you're saying is come down from 5% to 4%. The Bank of Canada rate is what you're saying.
You're always talking Bank of Canada rate. I'm always talking prime, because prime lenders over, like the Bank of Canada's rate is one thing and lenders prime lending rate is another. So like when the overnight lending rate changes, then prime changes as well, usually by that same amount. So the numbers that I'm showing are higher because prime is higher than the overnight lending rate.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's what I think is going to happen. Okay, so the next rate hold announcement is this September the 4th.
It is.
I don't think that there's going to be a change. What do you think?
I think if the numbers come down again for July, we will see it come down. For August, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that there's not enough data between now and September 4th for them to make another decision. That's why I think it's going to be the end of October. So let's remember, inflation is a lagging indicator, meaning you find out the changes a couple of months later. So I think we're going to see some of those housing prices costs come down, maybe not rents, but mortgage costs come down, which is one of the things that they're looking for in the inflation numbers. So I think we're going to come down 0.25% in October. What do you think? You think it's going to be September?
September, yeah.
All right, folks, you've heard it here. You've heard it.
I'm going to be right.
I've been right two times so far. I'm 2 for 2. So, but let's talk a little bit about like what is going on in the market right now. So Barb, I'm just gonna show us just a little bit of what's going on right now.
Okay.
And let's first look at the statistics. Okay. And we're looking at all the statistics between 2024 and 2023. So, I mean, right now, we're just over halfway through the year. I'm not really looking at active listings, but I'm noticing the solds. All of last year, there was 1,049 sales, and we're at 707 sales so far this year. I just updated this before we started. I think that's really encouraging.
It is.
The next piece is that the average price is up. It's not quite up in the single family homes, but it is coming up in a couple other areas. So we're starting to see that and reflect that. Days on market the same, but let's look at this number, sale to list price ratios. Okay. When we start to see these numbers get closer together, the original sale price, meaning before any price reductions, and the actual sold price. So those numbers, we're seeing less price reductions this year over last year. And that's why we're starting to see the higher prices. So as these two numbers stay closer together, that means that there's less price reductions. And we're also seeing the months of inventory is 4.91, which is the absorption rate, which means it's a balanced market, right? It is a balanced market. It does not mean you're getting a deal on everything. It does not mean it's a seller's market for everything. But the right properties are a seller's market. Some properties that aren't priced well, they're going to be a buyer's market and they're going to be lowballed, right? The good stuff is getting picked off in the first 2 weeks. That hasn't changed. So now, what's happening? I mean, we've got some threat of fires around. We've had lots of smoke. Is that going to change things for people? Is it going to slow things down? I think we might have and people are on vacation, so it's a little bit quieter around town. Now, having said that, we're having a good month so far. We're at the 24th of the month and we're at 99 sales so far this month. And last month was 126. We still got another week of sales to go.
Yeah.
Look, it's looking good to me. Our inventory isn't crazy. It is the highest we've had so far this year, but it's not higher than what we saw last year. 596, 586. We're below those numbers. Now, we're also beat our numbers from last year at this time, which is fantastic.
It is.
I think here's my next prediction. We're going to have a very busy fall market. I think our fall market is going to be busier than our spring market because we're seeing these rates start to come down, which is giving confidence for buyers. And you said it, Barb, the buying power of buyers is going up. That's fantastic news.
It is. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So
some good news.
Finally,
right? Not bad, really, right? But this is definitely good news.
Excellent. Okay. So here's the next thing. If you want to talk to us, whether you want to renew, talk to Barb. Whether you want to talk to me about purchasing, Barb and I make a great team. You go to letstalklending.com. There's a form there you can fill out. We'll both get your information and we'll be happy to reach out. If you want to just talk to us, to just be like, Barb, can you change your next screen? And I'll just change the, there we go. Perfect. Yep.
Do you want me to stop?
Page 2. No, page 2. I want you to go to page 2. Our information. You deleted it. Okay. That's all right. Barb's going to pop it back on when she finds a second because I put her on the spot there. It's really easy to find us. We're on Facebook. We're, here we go. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Letstalklending.com is also a really easy place to find us. Do us a favor, tag a friend, share this video. If you want more information about what's happening in the market, you can get a hold of either one of us. September the 4th is the next date that we will be getting together. Barb says yes. I say no to rate hold changes. I'm saying October. Barb is saying September. Who is going to be right? We're going to talk about that. Right? Okay. For McMurray, thank you so much for tuning in. And we look forward to being of service to you. And I hope you're having a great summer.
Bye.